What do you want to do when you grow up? Do you have a boyfriend? Have you already studied for the test? Did you understand what I said? Hey, wake up. In 2 years we are going to have the test of your life. You guys, teenagers, how often do you hear that? Once a month? Once a week? Every day? Yeah, I know this feeling. I know we all have obligations. I know in 2 years I'm going to have the test of my life. Believe me, I know that. But here's something that I heard that made me reflect for a moment. There is a guy named José Pacheco who found a very special school in Portugal called Escola da Ponte. Recently, he has been to an educational conference in Rio Preto, the city where I live, to present his ideas. In front of hundreds of teachers and parents, he said, "It's a shame that we ask a kid what they want to be when they grow up. They're not going to be. They already are. So if you don't know what's the career you want to follow, or even if you fail a test, don't worry. You have time and you have a second chance. But the problem is, nobody wants to fail." Did you ever realize that the questions about our future are more common than the questions about our present? I know our parents want our best for their future, but high school is not the perfect time to everyone. Instead, it's the time when everyone is getting to know themselves and everyone is changing. And this is not easy. I'm not saying that everybody develops this kind of things, but it's not unusual. Many teenagers lose themselves trying to figure out who they are. Others just follow their friends and pretend they're okay, and others just become rebels. Most of people think that's just a part of life, but it doesn't mean we don't need help. It doesn't mean we don't want to talk. Sometimes we just don't know how to put our feelings in words, but we only need someone to be there for us. A study said that in the last 5 years, the suicide rate among young people increased almost 40%. Another one said that we have never had a generation so sad and depressive, and that's because we are not used to fail, like when we don't pass our SATs for the first time. It's frustrating because we don't like the idea to try again. A simple example is when you are hungry and there is no food at home, you have just to order it and the food gets to you really fast. But also, we can't blame our parents for the expectation they put on us. The way they saw their future when they were teenagers is very different from today. They worry about money and raising kids in a decent and wealthy environment. In order to do that, they would take any job and that was fine. Our generation worries about money too. But a good career is also important because we want to do what we like. The problem is that we want to be successful so fast. One of the reasons why we want everything so fast is because we are born on the internet age. That's why we experience that kind of pressure come from our parents. They have a different mindset. So, if I had to say something to any teenager or maybe a friend, I would say, it's okay not to know. It's okay if you don't go to college when you are 18. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay if you don't know who you are now. It's okay to fail, to change. We don't have to be afraid because we are only teenagers. Shakespeare once said, "After a while, you learn that you should not compare with the others, but the best you can be. So, you don't have to compare your time with others." The point I'm trying to make is, take chances, enjoy the moment, go out with your friends, make things in your own way and time, because everybody has their own path. And parents, you have to know, we will make mistakes, we will change, we will be tired and stressed sometimes. We will fail. And guess what? Not everybody will have their lives made by 30. We don't think like that anymore and neither should you. But calm down. We will figure our lives out. And you know why? That's because after a while, we learn.